Hello everyone. So first I'd like to give a little background information on why I'm doing this in the first place. Bottom line is I get phone calls and internet inquiries all the time on why I'm using Tang Soo Do with a D, and even a lot of people that are actually Tang Soo Do or Subak Do people think we're a whole separate martial art that's trying to copy it, but basically it's the same style, but we're just using a D instead of a T, and I just want to explain a little bit of that. So first thing is, when I was living in Korea about 10 to 12 years ago, the Korean government realized that they were doing more and more international business, and they needed to come up with a standardized system of translating Hangul or Korean to English. So they came out with their own official translation of each specific letter in the Korean alphabet, and that's when I started to notice all the street signs in Korea were all changing. Kimpo Airport became Gimpo Airport, and so forth. And so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the Korean letters for Tang Soo Do and show you the official government's translation of those letters. So first, if you can see here, so this is Tang Soo Do. This first letter is always translated as a D. This next letter is always translated as an A, and the circle, when it's at the end of a syllable, is always pronounced as an NG sound. So there's your dang. And then this character makes a S sound, and this makes a U sound as a U, or most people using the OO. And then here's that letter again, D, as in Tang Soo Do, and that equals a O. Let me go back and cover this A real quick. In English, you can write A and make it sound 5 different ways depending on what's before or after it. But this A in Korean is always pronounced A, as in AH. So you see, like Tang Soo Do, Tang Soo Do. Could it sound like a T? Could it sound like a D? I think it probably could be either one depending on how you hear it. But Tang Soo Do sounds pretty close to either one. I'm choosing to use what the official government's using and what my grandmaster's directed that we use in our association. And I know not everybody wants to do that, and especially it's been set for so long that they've been using that. I don't know why they started using the T in the first place. My suspicion is that a lot of American GIs that were first over there learning Tang Soo Do, which were the main ones that brought it out and spread it out throughout the world, they see the Chinese character, the original Chinese character for Tang Soo Do here, and that actually meant like Tang as in Tang Dynasty of China. It meant China, and most if you see the spelling of the Tang Dynasty of China, they were using T, so they thought they should use a T. So I see that most people have stopped using this since then. Even the original Tang Soo guys have started using Subak Do instead, and even most of the Tang Soo guys have switched from the Tang Nada Tang to Chil Tang, which means to hit. This means to hit or strike. So not too many people are still using that anymore. Most have since dropped it since then. But I'm just explaining why I use it. It could be just a semantics, but I do realize that people have been using it so long that it's almost impossible to change to get away from the T. That's what people know it as of. I could give you another example right here. Okay. That is the spelling for Kim. Okay, the Korean official translation of that is, so you have like 50 million people that need to change their name from a K to a G. I don't see that happening. So, that's one of the things that's also set so hard that it's almost impossible to change. So, I hope this has been a little bit informative, and people kind of understand why we're using the D and don't look at it as like we're trying to create our own style. It's just we're using the spelling that we think we should be using. But I thank you for your time and hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Tang Soo.